Hey, Mike with Nerd Problems Gaming here, and today's video will be doing a review on Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, so let's get into it. Now, if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you've probably realized I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. It's my favorite movie of all time, and so I was definitely excited to see a new Ghostbusters video game released. And the story itself in this game takes place immediately after the events of Ghostbusters Afterlife, and Ray and Winston have rebuilt the firehouse and have started up a new team of Ghostbusters, revitalizing the new branch of the New York Ghostbusters. And so you'll play as a brand new recruit going through their initial training, and to start off the game, you go through an extensive character customization process where you can build out your character's hairstyle, their voice, their body type, the uniform you wear, facial hair, face size, cheek size, accessories you equip like boots, gloves, hats, and much more. It gets incredibly detailed, and as you progress through the game, you'll unlock even more customization features for your characters like additional uniforms, uniform colors, and much more. I know I really enjoyed this part, building myself in the Ghostbusters universe. It even has your gamer tag listed on the name tag for your character, which is cool as well. And so I was definitely a big fan of this feature. Now, once you've built your character, you're going to go through kind of the training process to learn how to be a Ghostbuster and learn the basic mechanics of the game. And so how the game works, it's going to be a team of 4 Ghostbusters versus a ghost, going to different haunted locations with the goal of capturing the ghost. And so as the Ghostbusters, you'll need to go through the different stages and uncover hidden rifts. There's 3 of them in each stage, and once you've uncovered them, you'll need to close them with your proton packs, and once all 3 of those are closed, you'll then need to capture the ghost once and for all. Now, the ghosts are going to try and hinder this by sliming Ghostbusters, scaring civilians that are at the location, possessing various objects, and increasing the haunt level throughout each location. And so if the ghosts are able to 100% haunt the location, they win the match. And if the Ghostbusters are able to close all the rifts and capture the ghosts, once the rifts are closed, the Ghostbusters will win the match. Now, when I first saw the game, I was a little bit skeptical about playing as the ghosts. I didn't know how fun that would be, but it actually gets really intense and is a lot of fun. You'll need to be stealthy, but also sabotage the Ghostbusters, and it's fun getting to scare the civilians around the area. As you progress as well, the building gets more haunted, which keeps your power meter full and allows you to haunt more things effectively. When the Ghostbusters try and capture you as well, you'll need to fight your way free of the streams, which gets pretty intense as you'll need to repeatedly mash the buttons, as well as try and pull yourself away in the opposite direction of where the proton streams are trying to force you into the trap. So again, it's really fun to be the ghosts and the Ghostbusters. You can play online, you can play offline. Either way is great. If you can't find a full room, they'll throw bots in as well. And certainly it can get more difficult if you're playing against an experienced player that's more skilled as either the Ghostbusters or the Ghost. But a lot of times I felt like both were evenly matched, but you certainly notice a difference when somebody's really good at the game versus playing somebody that's brand new. But I never felt like I was at a disadvantage if I was playing with bots or against bots. It was still fun either way. Now, as you're playing through as the Ghostbusters, you'll have different equipment that you can level up and upgrade as you play the game as well. So you'll be able to upgrade your proton thrower, your proton pack, your trap, and your PKE meter, equipping new enhancement parts, which will alter the stats of each different item you're using. So it might speed up things like your cooldown rate. You might be able to recharge your PKE meter faster when you use it to stun ghosts. The trap might suck ghosts down faster, and the list goes on and on. So each time you use the piece of equipment, it will gain a little bit more experience and level up. You'll also be able to level up your character itself, and as you do so, you'll be able to unlock new gear that you can equip and new secondary items as well. And so this varies from a grappling hook that you can use to shoot up and get to high areas quickly, radar to help you find ghosts faster, an ion grenade, an item that can slow down ghosts in the area, and your ecto goggles. And so you can mix and match these as you play different rounds to give your player a different feel and experience each time as well. You also have your gear card along with you in each haunting, so you can switch out different items to fit the need throughout the game. Gameplay sessions don't last incredibly long. They can be as quick as 3 or 4 minutes, or between 15 and 20 minutes, depending on how skilled each set of players is. Now, as you're exploring the different haunted locations, as the Ghostbusters, you'll find different spores, mold, and fungus around, which you can pick up to get extra points. There's different challenges that you can complete. So there's side jobs that have different challenges. There's daily challenges, weekly challenges, research contracts with challenges you'll want to complete, and much more. And so trying to complete these creates another layer of depth to the game, and it's a lot of fun and addicting to try and complete all these. And so it'll definitely add to the replay value of the game, Plus you can unlock new items to equip on your characters, which is really cool. Also scattered throughout the stage are different newspaper clippings that you can find, which reveal more of the backstory on each one of the locations on how exactly they became haunted. And so that's cool to dive into that lore as well. Now on the ghost side, there's multiple different ghosts that you can play as, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, and you can level up these ghosts, making them more powerful, and unlock new ones as you level up as well. And so this is fun and adds even more replay value to the game, as you can switch up who you want to play as, and each have their own distinct play style as well. The storyline is fun too, as you experience what it takes to become a new Ghostbuster. And on top of that, they brought back the original cast from the Ghostbusters. And so you'll meet Ray Stantz and Winston Zeddemore as Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson reprise their roles in this game. I definitely enjoyed the story, but the only thing I would say is a little bit of a downer, as a huge Ghostbusters fan myself, is that I felt the story was pretty short. So right when I thought the story was ramping up and gonna get going, it was actually over. And so again, it wasn't a bad story, it just ended very quickly, I felt. And so as a huge Ghostbusters fan, I was really wanting more, but I feel like I would always feel like that no matter how long the story was. But there's certainly plenty of content after the main storyline to keep you coming back for much more. Another thing I really enjoyed as a big Ghostbusters fan was exploring the firehouse. And so you'll be able to go down to the basement and check out the containment unit. The beat up Ecto-1 is there, and you can go through and slide down the fire poles. There's even the dancing toaster from Ghostbusters 2, and many more Easter eggs that you'll find, especially if you're a Ghostbusters fan, when you're exploring the firehouse. The music is taken right out of the movies, and the sound effects of opening the traps, blasting your proton packs, and catching the ghosts come right out of the movies as well, and I definitely enjoyed that. You can team up with friends online, and the game is cross-platform as well, so you can play with people on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation at this time. And the gameplay felt really seamless whether I was playing on my Xbox One or my Xbox Series X. Overall though, I really enjoy the game. It has addicting gameplay, a fun story, so I definitely think if you're a Ghostbusters fan, you'll really enjoy this game, but it's also accessible to those that are new to the series, or maybe not as hardcore a fan like me. But either way, I definitely have a lot of fun with the game, and I highly recommend it. And if you'd like to pick up a copy of the game, there'll be a link in the description below. But let me know in the comments below, have you played this game yet? Are you going to pick it up now that you've heard more about it? How do you think this stacks up to the other Ghostbusters games? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like videos like this on video games, board games, and everything nerdy, check out one of our other videos here. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new nerd videos we put out. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.